Underneath, go under. There are millions of fish out here, guys. Millions. That's one way to let it go. Triple hook up. G'day, I'm Alan McGlashan and welcome to Big Fish, Small Boats. Now, a lot of shows start out in fancy locations, all that, not us. And you know where we start most of our days? Right here, fueling up. Now, today, we're hearing there's some big tuna offshore. We're hearing good reports of yellowfin. It's been a long time since we've seen a yellowfin. So, I'm gonna fuel up this boat, then I'm gonna fuel up myself with a coffee, and then we're going fishing. Armed with a coffee, it was time to head to sea. Well, we just dropped a bait down and got a strange sort of nibble really than a bite. And I got a bit of weight, but put it this way, I don't think it's going to be unreal. Yeah, that's what I say, maybe a John Dory. Can't see what it is. Oh,
it's a dory!
It is a dory. There we go.
You are kidding.
Look at that. We said it could be a John Dory. Yeah. Pop that off. I'll just show you the size of the biggest gob on earth. Look at that. Beautiful looking fish, and they're one of the best eating fish in the sea, and look at him, what a crazy little critter. He's got spikes all over him. You can see what they do is they sit with these up in the shallows there, or in sort of in against the reef, and something comes up, they come out with this massive mouth and go boom, swallow it. And they love live baits. You can see here, it's hard to see, but you can see there on the light, you can see it's all prickles, like little spikes along his back. So he's almost prehistoric. There you go, something different anyway. John Dory. Does that look better? That's better, mate. After the John Dory, reports of yellowfin had us running wide, straight into some dirty water. Well, it looks really gross, like we've got this stuff, people call it coral spawn, but it's not, it's just an algae that comes up. And you seem to get it this time of year, and it looks terrible, but we're just going to try and get out of it because we never do really well in the algae itself. So if we get away from it, we should find a fish. City Slickers just hooked a marlin, so things are looking promising. Just need to find one. Setting the gear, it didn't take long for the Tiagras to screw. Well, it's pretty exciting. We've got out here, and the guys on City Slicker that were fishing a bit north of us called up and said, hey, there's heaps of stripies and a few yellowfin in here. Yep, and we're on. There you go, you want to catch one? There you go, you can wind one up. Watch your rods, mate. And we got a yellowfin on, I'd say. Woohoo! Why do we leave that, Rick? It's these tense moments where he's sitting there going, I've never caught a big yellowfin, I've never caught a big yellowfin. There's stripies in there and yellowfin. Oh, you know what? Oh, right there! Oh, right next to us. Keep swinging. Try and straighten up on him. He's not a bad one. He looks all right. I can't believe we've gone from catching John Dory to hooking up PB yellowfin. So you're feeling the nervousness, mate. This is national television that he's on. National television. He's got his PB. He normally talks like a wounded bull. What you do, mate? Wind on! No! Oh!
I told you I had wind on.
The problem was, what happened was, with wind on leaders, you've got to be really careful because it's a sleeve. When it touches in your guides here, so it's got to be on there or off there. So either get it on or off. What's happened as it's gone through, it's touched, popped out. It's one of the problems with wind-ons, but it's, yeah, it just happens. We have to go and catch another one. Yellowfin! Woohoo! Coming up,
which way are you going? Yellowfin and albacore mayhem.
Which way? You want me over or under? That's over, mate, the other way. In my life, I've never seen this many birds, and to have it off Sydney is absolutely amazing. Look at it. There are thousands of shearwaters, and it shows there's lots of albacore and striped tern and a few rather elusive yellowfin underneath. But look at that out the back. That is insane.
And it wasn't long.
How good's this? We're just umming and ahhing about where to be. And said, oh, maybe we'll move up the other guys. You know, they're getting fish up there, and bang, one rod goes off, bang, another rod goes off. No, keep going in gear, mate. You'll tangle the gear. All right, you already tangled the gear. Which way are you going?
Under.
Which way? You want me over or under? That's over, mate, the other way.
With multiple hookups, come big tangles.
One more time. Point your rod towards me. A double becomes, or a triple becomes a double. And then grab him.
Bring him in?
Yeah, lift him up and over. Look at the size of these albies. Hold him up, hold him up. Okay, don't worry. Talk about chaos. We've got an albie going off down there. Shannon's coming up with another one. Stick the camera with you guys holding him. Hold him up, that's it. Try and keep that side clean. Well, we might let this one...
Let him go?
Yeah, we might let this one go.
Oh, yep.
Keep that side, the other side clean. Let him get a photo of that one if you can. I might get a quick photo of this one before he wakes up. Now, when it comes to environmental tips, thanks to Club Marine magazine, this is a tip that's almost like a tackle tip, and that is to run big single hooks on stuff like your Laser Pros. Now, it's good for the fishing side because it's better for your hookup rate and all that. But more importantly, when it comes to the environment, it's about looking after the fish. Now, if we had two sets of trebles on here, you're gonna mess the poor old fish up, especially if you're releasing them. But a big single hook like this, it's gonna catch him in the corner of the jaw, like you saw with those albacore and the tuna and the fish we've been catching throughout this whole season. It's a lot better for the fish. One little hole won't hurt them. And plus, it'll give you a better hookup rate, which is good, because you'll catch more fish, and if you let them go, there'll be more for the future. Crank them up. There's got to be a yellowfin on the edge here somewhere. It's not often you complain that you're catching too many albacore. We've got all these birds blowing up, and we're like, oh, come on. Get past the albacore to get a yellowfin. We know there's yellowfin here. We've hooked the big one. Yellowfin, is it? Little one? Might be a little yellowfin. You're not going to believe it. He's just caught a little yellowfin. He finally caught a yellowfin. Yellowfin! Woohoo! Cactus. Yeah, I'm going to let this one go, so if you want him to keep him, I'll let this one go. Look at that for a beautiful little fish. Another one over there. But you know what I'm going to do with this little guy? I'm going to let him go because they're too Just magic colours on them. All right, we'll throw him back, because as I said, I'll throw him back because I want a bigger one. Bloody hell. Woohoo! Well, I tell you what an amazing day. We came out, we planned to do a bit of, well, you could say bottom fishing for kings and stuff. Caught a John Dory, then heard the yellowfin were out here, raced out here, and in my life I've never seen so many birds. It was spectacular. A little bit sad losing that fish for Nick, you know, we're so close to getting his PB. But that's fishing, and that's part of it. And you know what? It's the fish you don't catch that bring you back. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to come back out and have another shot at these yellowfin.
And remember, don't forget to check out the website bfsb.com.au. And of course, follow us on Facebook. Coming up, we hook up to a sea monster. Back to sea again with Nick. Only this time, we had a new crew member, Adam Polly.
We're out wide, very wide again it seems. We said keep doing that, we'll keep going wide. But that's where you find the big fish. Today we're trolling off Sydney. We're gonna troll for most of the day and then we're gonna settle in and start cubing. The idea is troll, cover the ground, get an idea of what's going on, and then settle in and start cubing, and maybe drop a bait down deep, see if we can catch maybe a swordfish, who knows what's down there. But first, we're gonna troll up a yellowfin. Oh, yep. How good's that? Oh, 2 on. Woohoo! They feel bigger, ads?
Not really. No.
Okay, I was just wishful thinking.
Leave the other 2 in out?
Yeah, leave them out, mate. That's getting bigger. Look at that. They're getting bigger. And you can see there with a single hook, Nick's just going to pull it out for us. Look at that. How beautifully. I'll move over out of Ad's way while he can find another one. Oh, yeah. There you go. They're such beautiful little fish, these guys. I'll tell you what, they're not the biggest ones in the world, but they're still yellowfin. We came out looking for these fish, yellowfin. We've got 2 fish in our mind today. It's yellowfin and it's swordfish. And we've got a double hook up straight away. And Ads is about to lift in a lovely little yellowfin. Have a look at this. They are such pretty little fish. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that, a double hook up with a yellowfin and an albacore. Now you can see there while he's having a bit of fun with his albacore. You can see there with the yellowfin, short little pecks, thick, with the albies, nice and long, and that's the easy way to tell them apart. These little yellowfin, you get those beautiful stripes on them when they're small. This fish probably only, I kid you not, would only be a year old, year and a half old. But I tell you what, it's going straight on the menu because they are absolutely sensational to eat. Well, I tell you what, catching that yellowfin has 2 reasons. Firstly, it's beautiful to eat. And secondly, as Ad's done here, now this is your belly flap, which is the best eating side of the fish obviously as well, but it's also one of the toughest. So what Ads is going to do is going to stitch a couple of hooks in there. You stitch it up so that you, in effect, toughen the bait up, and it's about presentation. You want the bait to sit perfectly. Now, if we didn't stitch it up, it would just sit there and it might roll over itself, might spin in the water, which is a big no-no. So what you do is you take the time, you use wax thread, you stitch it up, and that way you get that perfect presentation, so when the fish does swim up to eat it, it looks fine, he has no doubts, he eats it, and you hook up. Alrighty, here we have the Adam Polly Special. Belly flap, compliments of one of those lovely little yellowfin. Twin hook rig, because we're keeping this baby. And we put a skirt over it just to help sort of, well, make it really attractive. Also, he's cut the tail there just so that it sits and drifts in the water. Now, getting this down 600 metres is not an easy job. First step, get a brick. I've tied some really light line onto there, and I'm going to just hook it lightly over there. Now, this stage I'm going to put this down first. So this is going to go down. So what's going to happen is that's going to go down and that's going to drop off. That's only purely there to keep the bait from twisting. So we're going to let that down. Ads has just put on a strobe. You can't see it really well in this light, but that's going to flash green. You can see it's on a rubber band, so it comes off. So then we're going to let that down a bit more. What I've got on here is 2 wax thread loops, and what they've got is a belly in the line. So we're going to tie some mono onto that in a minute, and I'm going to do my other weight. And check out that. I can't afford sinkers, so I had to make my own. It's going down now. Now we've got a line counter there as well that's showing us the depth, because we want to get it down that 500-600 metres, but we want it way down there because that's where swordfish live. Big eyes and stuff live a bit higher in the water column. Love to see a sword. Maybe a thresher shark, maybe a massive oil fish. That's the thing, we just don't know what may bite this, but I'm hanging to find out.
Make yourself the complete angler by winning the ultimate fishing prize, a Bluefin Drifter 3.8 with casting deck and full floor. Powered by a Honda BF20 4-stroke, sitting pretty on a Dumbia trailer. Plus safety equipment and full comprehensive boat insurance with Club Marine. Registered, it's on the water, but that's not all. There's $1,000 worth of Shimano gear to get you into the action. That's a total of $12,000 in prizes. And how easy is it to enter? Just buy any product at The Complete Angler for your chance to win. For full terms and conditions, visit CompleteAngler.com.au. The Complete Angler, supplying fishermen with the complete fishing experience since 1967. Albacore tuna are found worldwide and are common right around the southern half of Australia. The schooling fish, they can be caught by just about any technique, from trolling to live baiting. On light tackle, they're great fun, but they can be hard to hold up for a photo. Pulling up, we tossed handfuls of cubes in and instantly had masses of yellowfin swarming around the boat. And with the deep bait down, we settled in for an afternoon bite.
And waiting, and waiting. Well, we've worked hard today. We've got the fish. We've got a heap of yellowfin, generally smaller ones, but the sun's setting. The prime time hasn't really worked at all, so we're not going to stop. We're going to fish into the night. I'm looking at it going, I can't get the drill to work. Sitting there and I've gone past sunset and I've gone, there's a bloody fish on this. Here she goes. I think it just woke up. I just felt this head shake. That's got some weight. Look at that. I haven't wanted to see a fish this bad for a long time. Oh my God, I'm nervous. We've got this thing sitting under there. We don't want to put too much pressure on it. We're trying to ease it up, and he's sitting under the boat. Bring that torch over if you can. Looked a little bit Mako-ish there for a second. Holy it's a massive thresher! No way! No friggin' way!
It's going for us.
It is a massive thresher and I've just got the towel caught in it. Holy moly! Come on, grab it, mate. Grab the leader. Grab the leader. It's a huge thresher shark.
He's gone.
No way! Did you see the tail on it? I wish we had him up for a second longer. It was a massive thresher shark. I can't believe that. Yeah, you know what I was saying? You just don't know what you're going to hook. Well, here it is. It's a huge thresher shark. This thing was probably close to 4 metres long. And I got to say, I'm a little bit disappointed we couldn't show it to you. But you know what? I was never going to kill it. I only wanted to let him go. So officially it is a capture because he's on the leader and stuff. But that was amazing. What a fight. And that run down to the bottom and back, no wonder, because those threshers do it. Adam caught one with us, I think it was last year, a little one in close, but I've got the bigger one now. But I suppose I should offer you 3 tips that'll help you catch more thresher sharks. So the 3 tips are, make sure that someone knows exactly where you are, and I'm talking putting the coordinates up. Secondly, have a good crew like these guys that know what you're doing, have a plan, so if something goes wrong, everyone can do something. And finally, and foremost, try and keep them on the leader for a bit longer, I reckon.